is TSN Inside Sports. The CFL may be ready to expand to the United States, but is the United States ready for the CFL?
Do you know anything about the Canadian Football League?
The Canadian Football League.
Yeah.
It's like rugby.
You know that you can score a single point if you miss a field goal?
If you miss a field goal?
Yeah.
Now how do you do that?
We'll look at some target markets for Canadian football in the land of Raiders and Cowboys. On Grey Cup weekend, welcome to TSN Inside Sports. I'm Dave Hodge. It's a basic rule of salesmanship. You must believe in your product and you need a willing buyer. Well, nobody associated with the Canadian Football League has any doubts about the product. It's the buyer part that's still up in the air. The league isn't selling out stadiums in this country. Even this weekend's Grey Cup will have trouble filling the Sky Dome. So the question is, if the CFL goes ahead with expansion plans to target cities in the U.S., will there be enough ticket buyers there to keep the league in business? In a few minutes, we'll speak with a potential owner of a CFL franchise in Sacramento. Fred Anderson is in town to check out the Grey Cup. We'll also speak with the president of the Ottawa Rough Riders, who says he may launch his own form of CFL expansion southward if he doesn't get a better deal from the city of Ottawa. But first, we sent Vic Rauter to sample Grey Cup fever in that well-known CFL hotbed of San Antonio, Texas. He put out the word that there may soon be a new game in town, whether them locals are ready for it or not.
The last time something this Canadian blew into San Antonio, it was described as a cold front from Saskatchewan. It was like stepping into the football lion's den. Who was this northern stranger? This was definitely football country. There were all kinds of ghosts from football past. And the ghosts of football present were everywhere. Cowboys and Oilers. And they looked at me as maybe the ghost of football future.
What can I get for you, stranger?
How about a blue light?
No?
How about a Steeler?
No, sir.
Kekabeka cream lager?
Nope.
Kokanee?
No carry it, sorry.
Moosehead?
No, no Moosehead.
How about a Molson?
Sure, I got a Molson.
Molson, good. All right, I'll have a Molson. Vintage Molson.
Yeah.
Come on, Auburn.
Hi, ladies. Watching the Auburn game with Alabama, final one for Pat Dye. I'm from Canada, the CFL.
For real?
Yeah, for real. Canada, the CFL. There's
No pickup line.
no pickup line. Really, I am from Canada. You know, ever seen one of these before?
That's a football.
Yeah, that's a Canadian football.
Canadian.
Do you know anything about the Canadian Football League?
Canadian Football League.
Yeah.
It's like rugby.
Yeah, a little bit. There's some rugby rules in it. People think it's like rugby. It's only 3 downs, 12 men on a field, multiple motion. You know anybody that plays in the Canadian Football League?
Rocket Ishmael.
Rock back for the Rocket. Ishmael's playing for the Toronto Argonauts.
Well, I know the field's bigger
It is.
and it's colder.
Yeah, no, it's colder too. Yeah, it is. But you know we have 12 men on the field?
12 mil.
Yeah. Did you know that we
Sounds
can...
like you're cheating.
Do you like the fact there's 12 men and multiple motion?
I like the 12 men. I like the multiple motion. It was a wide open game. I like the fact that you have to run the ball out of the end zone, or you get a point scored against you. It made for a lot more exciting football.
However, will the people of San Antonio buy the Canadian Football League? They've had other teams before.
Originally, it's the World Football League, and that was this. I think. What was the name of that team? I forgot. You know. The Wings, perhaps. I think it was the San Antonio Wings. Then you had the Gunslingers of the USFL. and they've had moderate success and just a terrible owner here who didn't pay his bills, and they're still trying to hunt him down and get him to pay up. Some of these players would like to get him in a dark room. And then, of course, along came the World League, and so, I mean, you're right, San Antonio has just been a repository of, like, failed football experiments. And so people are a little bit jaded about the whole thing.
For the past 2 years, the San Antonio Riders of the World League have been coached by former Winnipeg boss Mike Riley. Ironically, if the CFL does expand to San Antonio, he might not be their coach. You see, Riley is being considered for the vacant job with the BC Lions.
That's a possibility. You know, the timing factor for me is very interesting. I think that Bill Comrie has a timetable and would like to get going up there, and I appreciate that. And I've really been impressed by him, and I've always been impressed by the venue that the Lions provide with BC Place and the city and the whole situation out there. It's a great organization. I consider it a cornerstone of the league, and it's very exciting to me. The time, if I'm going to get a chance to know about expansion and have to make a decision on the BC Lions situation, that's all going to be timing, and I can't predict that. But right now, Bill is looking for a general manager, and we've agreed to basically wait until after he finds the general manager to see if that guy wants me.
Now, any CFL team in San Antonio will play here, the new Alamo Dome. Set to open in May of next year, it will seat about 70,000 at a cost of $182 million. And yes, it is large enough to facilitate an entire CFL field. Riley admits the Dome will be an immediate novelty for fans of San Antonio. However, he adds, any CFL success in Texas will be built on sound
really
marketing.
Get a core of people right away. We would have an advantage of starting to play in the summertime before football season actually gets going in this part of the world. And I think the fact that there's going to be high school football on Friday nights and college football on Saturday afternoon, and then NFL games in the state on Sunday, you're going to have to really do a selling job of your product and the league and the people that we get involved. And I think the players, we're going to have to get some players that these people recognize and they can latch onto.
I'm a little bit pessimistic because people are just grounded in the whole NFL mentality here, that if it's not NFL, it's inferior. You know, and CFL, I think, is certainly a more stable league than anything else it's been in, and has more tradition. But if you ask your average San Antonian to name, you know, 2 CFL players, but except for Flutie and Rocket Ismail, you know, they're going to go give you a blank stare. You know? Heck, if you ask them to name 2 CFL cities and find them on the map, they'll give you a blank stare. Be a lot of education that has to be done.
Would you buy it if it was played here in San Antonio? Would you come and see a game?
I think if they had the right package and the right people, probably. It's, like I said, it's an exciting sport. It's different than our football, and I think it has a market.
Would you go and see a CFL game?
Yeah, I think I would. It's more passing because I like a pass-oriented offense, like the Miami Hurricanes.
I don't know. This is a tough town. Who knows? Maybe they'll buy it.
Gosh, who was that guy?
I don't know. I hear he was from Canada or something. Yeah, the CFL.
Gosh, I hope he comes back because we didn't get a chance to thank him.
We'll thank him for you. Great piece, Vic. And it was wise not to tell those Texans that we call a single point a rouge.